The Jets lead the Buccaneers 7-3. 2 long drives as both teams scored in the first quarter. And later today, for all of our audience except for the New York audience, the Minnesota Vikings open their season against the Chicago Bears. Pretty tough opener at Soldier Field.
Certainly. So I wonder what the Vikings are doing for defensive coaches. We got a lot of them here.
Lloyd Peters and Pete Carroll. Second down and 12 on the Bucs 34. Ken O'Brien looking to throw, and his pass out of bounds. 2 receivers in the same neighborhood that time, including Blair Thomas.
This is the youngest Bucs team in the league. They're 3 years, and this man right here is going to bring them some leadership. Dexter Manley. Oh, we talked to him yesterday. So pumped up about having a chance, and Floyd Peters' defense didn't fit in the 3-4. Boy, you can see the nervousness. You see him stomping. He wants to get onto the field.
And this could be Manley's last chance, too, and he's well aware of that.
He understands that.
Third down and 12. Tony Covington, an extra back for the Buccaneers. O'Brien has nowhere to go. And he throws it away to Boyer and tight end. And they get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down as Kevin Murphy dodged Boyer, and O'Brien had some pressure on him.
Sound like they were all in one of our microphones down there. One of the things they've asked Ken O'Brien to do is to get rid of that football. If he can't find the target, dump the ball. Don't take the sack. He did it there.
4th down, and Pat Leahy will try to stretch the Jet lead. A 49-yard attempt. 18 years kicking for the same team as an NFL first. Aguiar holds. It's long enough, but the kick is off to the right. Leahy looking for a flag, winds up on the turf, but it'll go as a missed field goal, and Tampa Bay will take over when we come back. Getting a field goal out of a 69-yard 6-minute and 30-second drive, and then the Jets scoring and going over 6 minutes in 80 yards.
Peters has a voice like a foghorn. In fact, Michael Brim, who played for him in Minnesota, is now on the Jets roster, said, "I still hear his voice in my sleep. Brim, what are you doing out there?"
Well, you know, he once worked at a prison in San Quentin. He started in tough territory, didn't he?
He said, "You think these professional football players are tough?" Not a bad place to begin.
1st and 10 for Tampa Bay on their 32-yard line. Reggie Cobb and Robert Wilson are the running backs, starting from the 31, and a draw play to Cobb, who gets tripped up and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it was Bill Pickell, former LA or Raider Plan B acquisition.
Plan B pickup. They got him in there for several reasons. First, he's big. They wanted to upgrade their size, and second, they wanted his experience with a winning team. Pickell is also coming home. Was raised in this area, is excited about that.
2nd down and 11, so they lose a yard. And the give is to Cobb, and there's the tailback, switched from fullback. Reggie Cobb out from the University of Tennessee got a big hole off the left side and scampers 16 yards. Before Tony Stargell and Lonnie Young make the stop.
Reggie Cobb able to catch an opening, and he is most effective when he has room to run. Does not avoid well, but look at this. All kinds of room inside. The stunt went away from him. He blew it up inside for a big 1st down.
And a no huddle on 1st down for Testaverde. Looking up the middle, and the pass intended for Bruce Hill is incomplete. Lonnie Young covering on the play.
Jets defense today trying to take away the seam routes. This Tampa Bay team throws great seam routes, and Testaverde's an expert at it. Pete Carroll said, "We're going to try and work some 4 across, not 3 deep, but 4 deep, to try and take those deep seams away from Testaverde." And that's what they had on that last down.
2nd down and 10 for the Buccaneers on their own 47-yard line. Gary Anderson checks back in. receiver to the left. Testaverde pushed back. And fires it incomplete. Nearly intercepted downfield by Tony Stargell. And a good pass rush on that time by Darrell Davis.
Really important for a quarterback to be able to elude the rush. And the good news for the Jets, these are linemen after Testaverde. But watch this. Mercereau there. Davis is there. Bird is there. But Testaverde, with that speed, avoids it and dumps that football out of there.
Last 5 passes have been incomplete by Vinny, and it's 3rd down and 10 out of the shotgun.
Here's where we find out about that new confidence.
There's enough time, and his pass is caught. And this is the rookie, Lawrence Dawsey from Florida State. In the game for the first time, gets open and picks up a Tampa Bay first down inside the 35. Good for 19 yards.
In the pecking order of receivers, the young rookie is last. But that's going to change. He is a dangerous receiver.
First down for the Buccaneers on the Jet 34. And the quick pass is caught by Bruce Hill. And Hill will have another first down for Tampa Bay. James Hasty on the stop. Randall Cunningham was shaken up, and right now let's check in with Greg Gumbel in New York for more. Greg?
Well, Dick, at Green Bay, a big headache for new head coach Rick Kotite of the Eagles. Randall Cunningham hit by Bryce Paup right there. Suffers a sprained left knee on the first play of the second quarter, and he was wheeled off with a sprained knee. Jim McMahon now at quarterback for the Eagles, who lead at 3-0, Dick.
All right, Greg, on first down. Pass intended for Bruce Hill is deflected. So a tough blow for first-year head coach Rich Kotite, with Cunningham leaving the game in Green Bay. About 3 minutes have gone by in the second quarter. The Jets lead the Buccaneers 7-3. Second down and 10 on the Jet 22. Testaverde's pass in and out of the hands of Bruce Hill. And covering was cornerback Tony Stargell.
Tony Stargell fought for a starting job with Michael Brim. Had a great game against Washington last week. They tested him about every way they could. He was equal to the task, was in good position on that play, but I think if Testaverde had put that ball in front of Hill, he still would have been able to catch it.
3rd down and 10. 6 defensive backs, Odegaard and R.J. Coors check in for the Jets.
Jets have had some trouble on long yardage during this preseason.
Anderson to the top of your picture. Testaverde being chased by Mercereau and is run out of bounds at the 20, but that'll bring up 4th down for Tampa Bay.
One of the real tests of a defensive secondary is what they do when the play breaks down. When a quarterback can scramble out of there and get a little extra time. And look at the way they're sticking downfield. Look at the way those green defenders are glued to those white receivers. Testaverde had no choice. Had to go out of bounds.
Steve Christie, who connected on a 29-yarder. This will be from 38 yards with Mark Royals holding. He booms this kick through, and it is good. So Steve Christie with a pair of field goals to account for Tampa Bay scoring, and with 11:33 remaining in the first half, the Jet lead is 7-6. Beat them in the last game of the regular season, trying to gain some ground this year.
Dick, you sense an improvement in attitude and confidence from both of these teams.
Christie with a short end-over-end kick, and Boyer, the tight end, at the 19-yard line. And he's tackled by Gerald Nichols, and a penalty marker is down. We haven't had many penalties thus far. Referee today is Larry Nemmers.
Tampa Bay signaling that it's going to go against the Jets, which would move them back.
Invalid fair catch signal on the kickoff. This is flag foul. 5 yards before the ball is gone.
An invalid fair catch is the ruling. Bruce Coslett says he did signal, and Bruce is hot under the collar on a cool day in New York.
I wonder if Boyer wasn't trying to get his hand up to block the sun out, which is legal, but he can't wave that one hand above his head. Left side of your screen, there's Boyer right there. Let's see. I think he just raised his hand. I don't think that looked like a fair catch signal to me, but the officials are very used to making that call, and a normal receiver probably wouldn't have done that. He doesn't go back there and catch it very often.
He'll start from the 14-yard line. I agree. I didn't see much of a signal from Boyer. Brad Baxter making Blair Thomas.
Could there be such a thing as an inadvertent fair catch signal?
You either do it or you don't, but if I'm Boyer, I'm a tight end. I said, what a chance here. Maybe I can run with it. Who knows how far I'll get.
2nd and 5 on the 19.
Gain of 5 that time by Blair Thomas. It'll be 2nd down and 5 on the Jets 19. Blair Thomas, and he brings it out for the first down close to the 30-yard line. William Frizzell on the stop. So this is what they wanted from Blair Thomas when they drafted him #1 a year ago.
You're seeing the excitement of a powerful young running back with natural avoid instincts. He's learning how to use those tools more and more effectively. The one thing I'd like to see him do more, Dick, is to run through those arm tackles a little bit more. I think when he finally learns to do that at the end of the run, he is going to be a hellacious back.
Johnny Hector replaces him in the lineup, and a play fake by O'Brien, who gets away with it and hits Boyer, who had his back to the play.
Mark Boyer slipped, fell down. He's had a couple of embarrassing plays almost back to back.
And it was Ray Seals who put on a great rush. Well, tomorrow on CBS Sports, our coverage continues of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships with live 4th-round action. And how about Jimmy Connors, who will turn 39 tomorrow, has found the fountain of youth where he loves it out at Flushing Meadow. He'll go against Aaron Krickstein. That'll be an outstanding match coming up tomorrow from the National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York. 2nd down and 10 on the 28. Here's Thomas, and Blair Thomas is stopped at the 30-yard line, a gain of only 2. And tough run defense that time by Tampa Bay, including Broderick Thomas and Ray Seals.
Dick, when Mike Haight went down, had a cartilage trimmed in his knee, orthoscopic surgery, on IR, will be out 4 weeks. They had to move Dave Cadigan from his right guard position over to left guard. A lot of concern because Cadigan, coming back from reconstructive knee surgery, has played very well in there today, doing an excellent job at that left guard position.
3rd down and 8. Bryant's pass is caught by Terrence Mathis. Let's see if he got to the sticks. It'll be close. Tony Covington knocked him out of bounds. The crowd groans because they feel that maybe the spot won't get up to the point.
The official right on top of it, and Coslett, who was there too, is saying, hey, come on, they didn't give me a good spot here. This is one of the places that instant replay can get involved. They can look at the spot, and I'm sure they will review that play. Let's review it. O'Brien is going to get pressured late and having time to throw it. Let's see, where is the football? Now it's where the ball goes out, not where the feet go out. Unfortunately, that angle is not going to tell us a lot, but you can see the 1st down marker. I think maybe from that look, He did not get a good spot.
They are short by that much.
It was hard to tell with the marker moving, and from that angle, instant replay must have concrete proof, and that angle was not good. You couldn't really judge it from there.
So with 4th and less than 1, the Jets are forced to kick, and Luis Aguilar, who kicked for Barcelona of the World League. Back deep is Willie Drury for Tampa Bay.
Said he had great fun over there, but with his name and his looks, he said everybody expected him to speak Spanish. He said, my mom speaks fluent Spanish. He said, I had to say, no habla español.
He played at Utah State. All right. I had to get that in.
Thank you, Nick.
From the 19, and the Jets again cover well, as they have throughout this game. Mike Grimm after a 7-yard return. So with 8:55 remaining in the first half, Dexter is still waiting for his chance. Will return. And all the butterflies that go with it. The Jets lead the Bucs 7-6 with just under 9 minutes to go in the half.
Their strength starts up front. Paul Gruber, the best of a very much improved offensive line. He's the leader.
1st and 10 for the Bucs on their 28. And a play fake and a sack. Marvin Washington in his first NFL start, and a loss of 8 yards.
Washington will come off your left side here. Nobody home right there. The back misses him, and he just streaks in. He's only played 1 game in the preseason, had 3 freak injuries that kept him out of there. That was Robert Wilson, the fullback, who missed the block on him.
2nd down and 18. Back to the 21-yard line. Testaverde's pass is caught by Dawsey, and a penalty marker down behind the line of scrimmage. Stargell makes the play on the Florida State rookie, and this will go against Tampa Bay.
Toughest position in the offensive line, left tackle. You're out there all alone. Jeff Lageman trying to get outside of Paul Gruber. He sticks and glues so well.
Holding.
And of course, there's the catch there. Unfortunately, someone other than Gruber, Ian Beckles, was holding on that last play. So it's going to march back in the other direction.
So a sack and a penalty, and waiting in the wings is Charles McRae, who was the 7th pick in the draft from Tennessee, who is earmarked to be a right tackle before long and replace Rob Taylor.
A giant. Boy, they will have a couple of bookends when they get him into that lineup.
And a whistle. 8:09 remaining. And a timeout has been called by the New York Jets. They've used their first. Backed up to their own 11-yard line, and when we resume, it'll be 2nd down and 27.
In this long yardage situation, James Hasty would expect to get some action. We haven't heard his name much today. The reason they're not going his direction. This is one of the finest young cornerbacks in the NFL. Tampa Bay has avoided him all afternoon.
4 wide receivers. Testaverde out of the shotgun on 2nd down. And the pass caught by Drury. Making the hit was Stargell, just beyond the 20-yard line. Gain of 10 yards. They've got a long way to go, however.
Back on the line of scrimmage, we talked about Paul Gruber. The excellent techniques he brings. Look how quickly he's in position. Doesn't overextend those hands. Stick and glue right there. You know, that's like a vacuum cleaner. You never get away.
3rd down and 17. The Bucs get out of real danger on the last one. Testaverde finds a man and overthrows him. He was going for Lawrence Dawsey, the rookie, and that will bring up 4th down.
Testaverde's mobility has made a big difference here in this first half. A number of occasions. Pressure is on. He eludes the rush, still gets the pass off. Put a little too much zip on that one. It was not catchable, but Testaverde showing you why everyone has had such high hopes. Hopefully, it's going to be more than hopes here in this year.
Mark Royals will kick, and back deep for the Jets is Terrence Mathis. Kick is nearly blocked, and a fine punt. Mathis doesn't call for the fair catch, and he's dropped at the 45. Did he?
He called.
Well, then it's going to be a penalty against the Buccaneers. Tony Covington.
A rookie mistake. Covington must have been looking up to spot that punt, and he must have just missed the fair catch call. You see him shaking his head saying, hey, I didn't see the call. But watch it right here. The call was made prior to that, and Covington in to pop him and take him down. The automatic penalty.
Well, if Covington missed it, that makes 2 of us.
Late hit after the catch. First down.
Oh, they're saying late hit after the catch?
He did not call for the fair catch. And I wonder about the late hit call.
Well, I do too. Now, let's see. Looking for the back. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
There's the call right there. It was well before the catch, but that was a legal call. One hand over the head and waving.
So the penalty will move the ball into Tampa Bay territory.
At the Tampa Bay 39.
To the 39-yard line. Covington.
Great field position for the Jets. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
On the 39 of Tampa Bay, Ken O'Brien. Brad Baxter. Power back. Covington and Frizzell on the stop, and a good gain on 1st down, a pickup of 6.
Frizzell picked up in Plan B this last fall and has made an excellent addition. He and Brim, the 2 best of those Plan B defensive backs, both highly sought. Frizzell deciding to go to Tampa Bay, although Brim was pursued by Tampa Bay as well.
2nd down and 4 on the Tampa Bay 33. Blair Thomas. And an extra cut inside might have been enough to give him enough yardage for the 1st down. Tim Newton and Harry Hamilton.
Jim Sweeney doing a nice job from his center position on Tim Newton, keeping locked up with him, driving him off the ball. Sweeney, by the way, doing double duty on the line. Watch him in the middle, number 53. Look at him as he gets into his man. Look at his legs. They just keep moving and moving, and Newton disappears off the screen. Newton was there to get a piece of the tackle, but way downfield.
Notice that Keith McCants missed a tackle on Thomas, who now has gained 28 yards on 7 carries. And a 1st down on the Bucs 27 for the Jets. Thomas trying to go outside. Great cut by Blair Thomas and close to another Jet 1st down. It was Seals followed by Keith McCants, and a great bit of running by Blair Thomas.
You can't teach that little body shake out there, and that's what the great receivers have. At the end of this run, watch the way Blair Thomas avoids the tacklers to pick up the extra yardage. Look at this. Just a little shake outside right there. Number 99, Eugene Marv, left in the dust, and Thomas got an extra 6 yards.
2nd down and 2 for the Jets with 5:20 remaining in the 1st half. They lead 7-6 over Tampa Bay. Baxter. He'll have a 1st down to the 15.
Gerald Nichols was picked up by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a longtime Jets defensive lineman. There was real concern for the New York Jets about their calls. He knew all of the calls made by the offensive linemen. So Jim Sweeney, as he goes to the line, has had to make 2 different calls. and also is making dummy calls so that the Tampa Bay Bucs can't get the jump on knowing whether it's run or pass.
First down, the Jets on the 15. O'Brien going for the end zone, and his receiver fell down. Rob Moore slipped, but the pass was away anyway, and Ricky Reynolds was covering.
It was high, but you saw Moore looking like he maybe was reaching for something he didn't have. We mentioned that hamstring problem. I'll tell you that the Jets are lucky about one thing. This cooler weather today has really helped them. Short of wide receivers, they don't have to rotate those wide receivers as much as they ordinarily would on a hot and humid day.
Second down and 10. O'Brien will try the air again. This time he goes short. And out of the backfield, they pick up just a couple of yards that time.
Broderick Thomas there on top of him, along with Keith McCants.
Brad Baxter, the receiver there. Baxter has gained 30 yards rushing already.
Broderick Thomas is not a weightlifter. And I tell you, one of the things that happened when Manley got in here, Dexter Manley went into the weight room, put on 425 pounds, pushed it 5 times, turned to Broderick Thomas and said, "You want to be a great player? Upper body strength."
And Manley has come in the game for the first time. He has checked in now on 3rd down and 8. And it's a play action pass intended for Rob Moore on the other side, and covering was Ricky Reynolds. And it'll be 4th down. But the story for the Tampa Bay followers is that Dexter Manley finally makes his Tampa Bay debut here with 3:30 remaining in the first half.
Well, Manley didn't get off the line of scrimmage, but McCants did. He was right in the face of O'Brien, who threw that ball high. But Manley has to be happy anyway.
He'll be happier if he gets one thing, right?
Yeah.
The sack. Pat Leahy is in to try a 30-yard field goal. He's missed one from 49 yards, and Aguiar will be holding for him. Leahy's kick is good, and as a result of that 30-yard field goal, Pat Leahy becomes the 6th all-time scorer in NFL history. Can you imagine? He's never been to the Pro Bowl despite kicking so consistently for 18 years.
Had what could have been a Pro Bowl season this year, but young Christie out of Tampa Bay was better.
So it's now 10-6 in favor of the Jets with 3:29 remaining in the first half. And coming up on the NFL Today Dockers halftime report, Greg and Terry with all the scores, highlights, and latest information. And Tim Ryan will have an update on the U.S. Open Tennis Championships coming up at halftime.
Well-played ball game so far by both of these teams. We expected the Tampa Bay Bucs to come out here and throw the football. They have done that. We expected the Jets to come out and run it. They have done that. Both teams pretty much able to concentrate on the areas that they felt confident in. The defense is not quite as impressive as they would like to be so far in this game. The Jets able to get that one big touchdown on that opening drive. That's the difference so far.
And we have not had any turnovers, which, as usual, are the telling statistic in every game. Aguiar, who's kicking off, and by the way, his kicking off will give Leahy a rest from those chores this year, and a short kick.
Ooh, that's not a good one.
And Hall, the tight end, receives it and is dropped at about the 30-yard line. Making the tackle for the Jets is Brian Washington. Let's take a step back and look at the AFC East as they finished a year ago. The Jets at 6-10 in Bruce Kozlitz's first year as head coach after coming over from Cincinnati.
The strength of the division would appear to be in the same hands as Buffalo and Miami, although Miami injured. They're going to have a hard time getting out of the blocks. The Jets hope they can finish their games better this year.
First down for the Bucs Bucs on their 30-yard line with 3:23 remaining in the half. First back through is Robert Wilson. Picks up a little more than 2 yards.
Because these teams know each other's defense, they both play the same style of defense so well, they know how to attack the defense. And on that last play, you saw them move the tight end over. They force a flip-flop, which is awkward when you're doing it at the line of scrimmage. They're hoping they can get some confusion. You'll see the Jets do that when they're on offense as well.
2nd down and 8. Rookie Mark Gunn has replaced Marvin Washington up front for the Jets.
There's the flip-flop again. You see them shifting.
And on the draw, Gary Anderson finds an opening, and he'll bring it out. Enough for the first down to the 40-yard line. Making the tackle, Kyle Clifton, who's made a bunch of them, and Mike Brim.
You'll see all of the moving back and forth by the Jets offensive line. Testaverde's got to watch this, but he knows where they're going to end up. They're simply changing because Testaverde moved his tight end over. And Bird, the Eagle tackle, has to move over. The linebackers flip-flop. And, of course, the opening spot right up the middle. And you put Gary Anderson into space, he's going to hurt you.
First down for the Buccaneers on their 40. Testaverde loops it high for Hill. And the pass is incomplete. Well covered downfield by James Hasty, and that is the first time that we've mentioned his name in a play.
Well, and we mentioned it in conjunction with very tight coverage.
Well, we have 2 minutes to go in the first half. The 2-minute warning is here, and we'll come back to Giant Stadium in a moment.
And what was he looking for? He said he watches for the shoulders to come up and the arms to go down. He knows then that the ball is arriving. That one bounced off the shoulder, his shoulder.
So we've had our 2-minute warning, 1:57 remaining in the first half. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Bucs on their 40-yard line. Testaverde completes the pass to Hill. And Bruce Hill has the first down. See where they spotted. It's in Jet territory at the 48. That time Tony Stargell was defending, and a pickup of 12.
Robert Wilson down to pop somebody right at the end of that play. Young rookie feeling his oats. He's got to be a little careful coming in late on the play like that.
First down on the 48. Testaverde with a lot of time. Receivers covered. He's got one there. And a completion to the 35-yard line. Mark Carrier finally got open, and it'll be another Tampa Bay first down. So the hurry-up offense is in progress.
Talking to the Buccaneers, one of the things they're unanimous about, Testaverde's confidence level.
Under a minute to go. The Bucs have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. In the air again goes Testaverde. And he overthrows Lawrence Dawsey. That'll stop the clock. Lonnie Young defending downfield.
Pete Carroll wondering exactly what should be called here. His concern again, Testaverde has had time to throw the football. And the more rushes you have, the more times you force those defensive linemen to push those big offensive linemen back, the more difficult it becomes for them. They're tired right now.
The Bucs put Gary Anderson at the top of your picture as a receiver on 2nd and 10. And Testaverde finds Anderson, and he's got the first down. Brian Washington came up to make the tackle and a gain of 11 yards.
What a great move at the end of that play by Anderson as he leans to the outside and then rolled back inside. A double move almost.
And a timeout called by Tampa Bay. They have 2 remaining, but they're already in field goal range, trailing 10-6, just inside the 25-yard line. Buccaneers with a tougher schedule this year. Last year they had the 5th place slate when they went 6-10, and now they have 7 games against playoff teams. Last year, of course, Anderson was the big threat, and perhaps they want to take some of the burden off of him because he tired as the season went on.
Well, Gary Anderson contended that he could be the workhorse back, that he could carry it 25 times a game. Look what happened as they gave him his opportunity early. Look how his carries declined, his productivity declined. He is a spot back, a small back that's got to be used and then rested, and used and rested.
And that's why they moved Reggie Cobb from fullback to tailback to take some of the pressure off. First and 10 Bucks on the Jet 24. Testaverde going up, and Hasty and his man Bruce Hill covered well.
Forget it, Vinny. You're not going to get Hasty. Hasty's all over that one at the end, although he did have some help. You're not going to get it in there. You might as well go back and look on the other side.
Well, you're looking at the face of a former Jets fan when he grew up in Elmont, New York. Actually born in Brooklyn, as was Ken O'Brien. And he was a big fan, particularly of Emerson Boozer, the old fullback.
Said he's still got a jersey with Boozer's number on it.
Second down and 10. The middle, going for his tight end Ron Hall, and Lonnie Young was covering. Lonnie Young is playing a fine game, and no wonder that the veteran from Phoenix won that free safety position. He's been all over the defenders today.
You have to wonder how much talent the Phoenix Cardinals have in their secondary that they can let a Leonard Smith get away and play as well as he has for Buffalo, and now Lonnie Young get away, a 6-year starter in Phoenix. He has proven his worth very quickly here in New York.
4 wide receivers for Testaverde on 3rd and 10. All at the Jet 24. Vinny's in trouble. He gets away and is out of bounds inside the 20 by James Hasty, but a big alert play by Testaverde.
And almost a chance for us to see the new in the grass rule. Testaverde, with his strength, will benefit from that rule.
More important, Testaverde continued to give the Bucks field goal range here. He might have been out of it had been sacked by Darrell Davis.
Let's look and see where he was when they initially got a chance at him right here. If he goes down to the first shot right there, he would have been back on the 35-yard line, and that would indeed have been well over 50 yards for the field goal.
A 37-yard attempt by Christie. No good. He hooked it. So all that hustle by Vinny Testaverde goes for naught as Steve Christie misses a 37-yard field goal, and the score remains 10-6 in favor of the Jets.
Christie, who had been perfect up to this point, finally blows one, and from well inside of his range. They say he has kicked them from 66, 67 yards in practice. Watch this. That ball just hooking across. You hit that ball well, and it's like a good golf shot. You get through it cleanly, it turns over on you.
Jets take over, first down on their 20. And a mix-up in the backfield, and Brad Baxter. I'll tell you, Bruce Coslin had to be holding his breath because that looked like a fumble possibility in the Jet deep territory.
What happened to the Jets last week against the Skins? Fumbled with seconds left to go in the 4th quarter, almost lost the game.
And that'll do it for the first half. So the difference, the touchdown by Freeman McNeil. Otherwise, field goals. 2 by Christie in a 10-6 lead for the New York Jets.